Hey everybody, Psychosaurus is here and welcome back to Age of Empires Online. And today we're gonna revisit another quest, Travel at the Tigris. And this one, I don't think I've done the updated version yet, so this one is gonna be nice to revisit. And there's not that many changes that have been done, it's just the time challenge is shorter and it makes the quest shorter overall. Okay, let's go. So what do you have to do here? You have to pretty much protect the yellow player's TC, make sure it stays up and does not get destroyed. Okay, there's gonna be some enemies. What? You're supposed to build. Come on. Don't do this to me. Okay, let's get this elephant. Let's load it under the TC. Yeah, one nice thing about this quest is it has a lot of secondary objectives for you to complete, and that means a lot of chests. This is 3 star, 3 days, legendary quest, so yeah, 2 additional chests per secondary objective. That's pretty good. That's really good. A lot of chests, and the base reward is 5, so you just get 11 chests just for the whole quest. A lot of chests. It's just a lot of chests. So yeah, pretty much you just defend your yellow ally, although it does pretty much nothing, so you do all the work here. So one thing I need to mention is there's a wall over here, you cannot break it, you cannot go through it, but that's where the enemy units will be coming from. So you need to defend the right side. On the left side, and you can see at the top corner over here as well, there's the general, and this one is general base. That's part of the time challenge, where you have to kill the general before the last wave starts. And I think it's just 30 minutes, and it's a little bit messed up after the changes to the duration of the quest. And if you don't know, the quest just got shorter by 5 minutes. You had 35 minutes for the whole quest before the reinforcements would come and do their job. Now it's just 30 minutes. And yeah, it was a little bit messed at the beginning because let's just say the wall wouldn't break at 30 minutes, because on the other side there are treasure camps, so it wouldn't get broken. You would have no way to get the treasure camps unless you would use some consumables. Now it's fixed, the wall just breaks, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Just an interesting fact. Okay, let me build some houses. Okay, and keep working. You need to be ready for the enemy units. And the waves start with spearmen, so getting some bowmen early can be really good. Something that just deals with the the infantry units. We're gonna put the market over here. Now remember, always check this if you can trade with your ally. You can see here you cannot trade with your ally. You can even test it with the caravans. But this is just an easier way to show you. Let's get the Golden Age. Not Golden Age, Silver Age. Too soon for Golden. More houses. Let's grab the melee armor. You guys take the farms. Keep harvesting, yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. Keep building up your economy. Focus down the enemy spears if you can. And keep training units. Okay, so that was the spearman wave. Now the next wave are the slingers, if I remember. Not a huge problem, but the next wave is gonna be annoying. So make sure you have enough spearmen to deal with that, and that's the lancers. And one thing I should mention, the enemy units are fully upgraded from the beginning. So yeah, be ready with a lot of units, otherwise you're not gonna beat them. Let's just sling this. Make sure we have enough spearmen. Let's grab this then. Okay, let's get building. Immortal camps. Okay, now it's pretty easy, it's just a few shield bearers, then some bowmen. It's the wave number 6 that is gonna be the most annoying one.
Yeah, huh?
And immortals aren't cheap, unfortunately. Cost quite a fortune, if you ask me. Can delete these. Yeah, shield bearers, those should be easy. I'll build a fortification over here. Okay, come on over here.
Jump.
Let's do this. Okay, let's do it like this then.
Yeah, huh?
Okay, let's get the research done. Okay, we're gonna aim for the immortals. Come on. Bunch of them. Disadvantage, they have 2 pop cost until you get the champion upgrade for them. Okay, here comes the siege tower. So remember to use your immortals wisely and put them into melee range against the siege towers. Come on. Surrounded. Easy. But we've lost our fortifications, that's not good.
Stefan. Man kann.
Okay. And this is one thing I want to talk about, the Esfandia Advisor. If you don't know what he does, he gives you access to 3 of these tags. So the Pashotan Strength, Kyanid Bloodline, and Tamarisk Arrows. Each of them gives you something good for your immortals. But you can pick only one and it costs 3000 gold to get one. And recently the Tamarisk Arrows have been changed so they don't grant 50% range as before for their ranged attack, but now they give 20%, is it 20? No, 25%. 25% maximum range and 25% attack rate for their ranged attacks. In my opinion, this is much better than the previous one. Now the question is, how does it compare to the other ones? Obviously, Kyanid Bloodline is the one where you want to use really tanky immortals. But immortals have really good damage and you can always use like Roham to get additional health, so you don't really need the bonus edge protection for them. And so most players will just pick the offensive one, so either Pashotan Strength or Tamarisk Arrows. But most players are gonna prefer the Pashotan Strength. Reason is very simple. With that, immortals do additional damage to everything with their melee damage. That includes buildings, that can include siege. They need to get into melee range, obviously. But that's where they hurt the most. And since immortals cannot use their ranged attack against buildings, this is the best you can do against buildings. But in my opinion, Tamarisk Arrows are great as well, and I'm gonna pick them here. And what's so good about them? Well, immortals cannot use their ranged attack against buildings, but they can still use their ranged attacks against normal units. And the thing is that how many units can you get actually into melee range versus how many units can you get into the ranged attack? And that's where I feel like the comparison comes from. That you might actually be able to get more damage output with the ranged attack than with the melee attack. We have to start sieging the left side. And that's why Polytons are really good. So yeah, this is great against units, the ranged attack. And so, in my opinion, it's better to use immortals with the ranged attack because you'll be able to kill a lot of units. And for the siege, you can use something else, like Polytons. So that works out really well when you can use Polytons in quests. Obviously, if you cannot use Polytons, it's just better to grab the melee attack. So you can actually destroy buildings. Without it, it's quite difficult. Okay, similarly, you can say you can use something else for the ranged attacks, not the immortals. So you can use something like bowmen, you can use something like war wagons, which I think would be better. And something I would prefer more. Over bowmen. So I would say if you can use Palintoron, so some alternative to siege damage, I think the range attack will be better, but obviously it can depend what units you're fighting against as well. As some units might be more resistant towards pierce damage than the melee damage. So yeah, choose wisely, I would say. You can try it, see how it works against this civ, how it works against this civ. And just try it out, but I would say both of the options are now really good. Okay, let's get rid of these hookers now. Yeah, obviously this would be really good where the melee attack would be much more preferred. But it's fine.
Sit down.
Okay.
Sal.
Let's move on. We don't have much time. I need to get there as soon as possible. Yeah, attack rate works really well because Immortals have really long animation with the ranged attack. Yeah, I feel like it could use more buff, like adding some line of sight to the Immortals could be more interesting. Okay, let's move the Pantheons a little closer. Yeah, 5 minutes is still quite a jump. You need to still work faster than before. So if you are taking your time, before now you just cannot sit idle at all. Okay, we're gonna take the camp. Just so you know, the treasure camps, one is right over here, near the second wall, near the edge. Second one is in the general's base, right side. And then the two treasure camps behind the wall. One is like somewhere near the right corner, but not really that close. And one is near the bottom corner. I'll show you at the end. Let's get moving then. Okay. Two minutes left. We need those reinforcements. It's really low. Come on, finish him. Okay, nice. Now we are just waiting. This is pretty much the last wave because the next wave arrives as the transport arrives with the reinforcements, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. And you could see it reach 0, the walls got destroyed. Okay. Reinforcements over here. Keep sending. Here, here. Let's see. Reinforcements have arrived. No need to worry about them anymore. So yeah, I'll quickly grab those treasure camps and show you the rewards. So yeah, I'll be right back. Yes, just to show you the treasure camps. See, one near the right corner. It's not really at the right corner, but just a little bit lower. The one at the bottom corner. This one right here. And beware, there are some towers around those camps, so you might need to destroy them first. And obviously one treasure camp was over here, as I mentioned before. So yeah, we got 4. Good. Okay, let's show the rewards. And these are pretty good rewards. So if you learn this quest, you'll be very rewarded with chest. So yeah, 60 empire points, 4,000 coins, it's 3 days, 3 stars, 5 chests, plus 2 chests and 1,000 coins per secondary objectives. You have 3 of those, kill the general in time, no converting priests, no towers and walls. And you can see 11 chests like that. Takes just a little over 30 minutes. What do we got? Ooh. Got a really good movement speed, but terrible trait. Yeah, at least something. So yeah, like I said, be careful. The enemies have full upgrades on their units, so make sure you're ready for their units. It starts with spearmen, goes into slingers, goes into lancers, and then it's shield bearers, bowmen, and siege towers with few units to guard them. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you have counter units for those waves early, then you go for your strongest unit and be ready for those mixed waves. Make sure you get your armor attack so you can fight them back. Second tier should be good enough to be for you to be able to defend against them just fine, but obviously get the third tier as well, so it becomes as easy as possible. For siege, use your siege units. I would say Palindrons are really great, and they can also help you to defend against the siege towers. Siege towers have just a lot of health, so something with crush damage works really well because no armor attacks against crush armor. So that works really well. Palindrons obviously great. Stone throwers, log throwers if you're playing Celts or Norse, obviously great. Works even better against siege because they have bonus damage against siege. I think it's part of the champion upgrade though, so still need to invest some gold there. Other than that, yeah, if you feel like you cannot make it to the general fast enough, yeah, use the siege. Like doesn't need to be polytons. If you have ballistas, if you have catapults, works just fine. If you have just long range ranged units, that works as well. That can work for you as well. So yeah, I think I said everything about this quest. I think I spoke enough about Esfandia. Remember, in my opinion, both melee and the ranged upgrades are good for immortals now, especially the ranged ones since it got changed. It's much better than before. And yeah, both in my opinion can be great choices. Just remember, try to experiment with it and see what works better for you. In some quests where you don't have access to Palindromes, it might be better to just grab the melee damage. But if you have access to Palindromes, it might be better to grab the ranged attack. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, make sure to press that like button, make sure to subscribe to the channel, share this video. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.